Hey guys, Shadows here, welcome back to another Gears 5 video. Today we are going to be discussing the Gabe Diaz character, as well as 9 Gears Tactics characters I want to see in Gears 5. Operation 4 is just 10 days away with no official teasers, trailers or hidden clues to what exactly we can expect in the next upcoming content season. For both Operation 2 and Operation 3, the Coalition Studio did drop their artwork teasers 2 weeks before each and every launch. The second Operation concept art teased the confirmation of the Damon Baird and Lizzie Carmine characters, with then the most recent third Operation also teasing 2 characters as well through the Gridiron concept art, including the return of Augustus Cole and Clayton Carmine. While we are entering the second weekend before the release of Operation 4 soon, and the community, including myself right now, are literally grasping for news and info, TC have finally shed some light on what's going on with the announcements of Operation 4 by sharing the following. The official Gears of War Twitter account on Wednesday did tweet, "Reminder, there will be no dev stream tomorrow. We will see you next week for some very exciting updates." The next day included in the very brief and short weekly Gears WhatsApp. TC continued on from that tweet with next week exciting updates being all about the Operation 4 news by saying the following. "We've got lots of big news coming next week about Operation 4, so make sure to follow us on Twitter," which is a quick perfect segue. You might as well follow me as well, link down below in the description of every single video. Back to it, of course, for both myself and the official Gears of War accounts to stay up to date with everything Gears. Recently it was Father's Day across the globe, and of course we're talking about Planet Sarah, right? Which is always TC celebrates with a annually post on all of the Gears of War social media accounts, while of course expecting the Phoenix family with the Marcus and JD to be included in the post sort of like tradition. Unexpectedly, TC instead went for the combination of like father like daughter, with the following image focusing in on the Diaz family. As you can see on screen right now, we can see the Gears 5 Armored Kate character skin back to back with of course her father Gabe Diaz, which interestingly enough I think is more of a coincidence than anything, just because the background is set on training grounds as the multiplayer versus map, and that version of Gabe Diaz is the base armored character skin that we do see in the recent release of the Gears Tactics game. While I've done my very own predictions video for the new characters in Operation 4 that I think will be set to release, this does include Dominic Santiago and Garen Paddock for the COG, joined by the High Priest Scourge and the Locust Grenadier for the Swarm. TC could of course throw a spanner into the works like they did with the Rise of Rhyme comics character Krav Jamad appearing alongside the Locust Drone in Operation 2, injecting Gabe Diaz into the Gears 5 character roster in replace or even maybe alongside the characters that I am predicting would be a very welcoming yet fitting surprise that in my opinion is something that I feel like TC should be doing anyway, just to show the variety of Gears characters that are yet to release in the Gears 5 game for the next 5-10 operations, however long TC are riding the new content wave, with there being a possibility of an idea that Gabe Diaz could be a new totem character in a future Gears 5 operation. I wanted to break down the Gears Tactics campaign itself, sharing 9 Gears Tactics characters that I want to see be a true crossover and be added to Gears 5. Gabe Diaz was a decorated lieutenant colonel in the Pendulum Wars for the COG, and his tactical brilliance was key to the COG victory over the UIR forces at the Battle of Gakka Ridge. But victory came at a tremendous cost, and Gabe refused to put his skills to work for the COG any longer, busting himself down to the sergeant rank, keeping himself busy as a mechanic in the motor pool. Gabe Diaz character skins can include a armored Gabe Diaz as pictured in TC's tweet rocking his Locust War Generation 1 COG armor, as well as also the mechanic Gabe Diaz as seen on screen right now, including various details and patches that do read mechanic, durabilis qualities, and the COG omen symbol that represents for the engineering corps. Major Sid Redburn was a veteran gear who has been long entrusted with the COG's top secret missions, including the one that brings Gabe Diaz back into the Locust War fight. Originally in his early career, Sid was stationed as a private security guard at Niall Sampson's New Hope research facility, where he also took part in care of the emulsion-infected children that following Emergence Day he knew were related to the sires that he had seen all those years ago. Sid Redburn, a character skin similar to Gabe Diaz in the Tactics campaign, could also include armoured Sid Redburn outfitted in his Cog Destroyer armour, as well as also an unarmoured Sid as he rocks this green vest in his Gears Tactics game, revealing his Gears Skull omen that I could only make out to read as Death and Dishonour, but nonetheless an interesting detail indeed. Mikayla Dorn was a civilian engineer who took up the fight against the Locust after Emergence Day, leading a group of survivors on board the giant mammoth vehicle. Mikayla harbours an intense hostility against the Cog for the abandoning of their own people and bringing down the hammer strikes across Sierra. Mikayla Dorn's character skins could start off with her Tactics debut being a base civilian character totem, with TC able to go crazy wild with tools and accessories, as Mikayla engineering and stranded background maybe means she could equip various pieces of armor and helmets of both the Cog and the UIR descent. Richard Prescott was chairman to the Coalition of Ordered Governments just 30 days into the Locust War, succeeding the past chairman Thomas Dalyell. Coming from a family long line of politicians, having his father and grandfather be chairman before him, serving in the Pendulum Wars era, Chairman Richard Prescott, despite not facing the UIR but an all-new enemy in the Locust Horde, an opportunity to continue on the Prescott legacy, being a pivoting leading figure in humanity's fight against the Locust Horde once again, across all of planet Sierra rising from within. Richard Prescott's character skins could range from his Gears 3 armoured Prescott variant as the base character totem. Chairman Richard Prescott is featured in parts of the Gears 2 campaign, with finally classic younger Prescott making a special appearance, as involved super heavily in the Gears Tactics game. Reyna Diaz was chief leader of Fort Umson, an outsider village located in the wildlands of Cognation Tyrus, with a mysterious past that would sooner or later come to haunt her. The biological daughter to Queen Mira and Dr. Torres, Reyna was originally born in the Mount Kadar lab as an experiment to see if she would inherit Mira's immunity to emulsion, decelerated aging, and the psychomagnetic connection to the Locust hive mind, in which Reyna and her following bloodline indeed did inherit from Mira's DNA. Reyna Diaz character skins could include outsider Reyna Diaz for her base totem character, a classic younger Reyna Torres as seen in the final act of the Gears Tactics campaign, as well as the cool possibility of maybe a village chief Reyna character skin. Moving on to the Locust characters of Gears Tactics that definitely feel like they need to be added to Gears 5. There is some fan service in there, with the Locust Grenadier of course being a big star of the original trilogy, but completely new and introduced in the turn-based Gears game story. Locust characters such as Ukkon and his creations in the Disciple and Zealot would literally make insane, amazing playable multiplayer characters. As of right now, there aren't really any character skins to divulge, just because for all of these three new Locust characters in Ukkon, Disciple and Zealot, we really only see one version in Gears Tactics, which would be their very own base totems. Yet of course, this is where TC should be flexing their super creative mindset, and hopefully one day providing all new character skins that really do shine a new green light on the Locust like never before. Please make sure to leave me a comment down below telling me what you think. What is your guys' opinion on the new roster of characters seen in Gears Tactics? And if not all of them, which Gears Tactics characters would you guys like to see playable in versus multiplayer? Operation 4 news is in full effect next week as we do approach the new content season beginning officially on July 14th. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel to not miss a single piece of news and info on exactly what Operation 4 will be adding to Gears 5 in the very close future. So there you have it guys, full details on the Gabe Diaz character, as well as 9 Gears Tactics characters that I want to see added in Gears 5. Give the video a thumbs up and share if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you already. Thank you guys for watching, and as always, I shall see you in the next one.